What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the most important NYCFC talk show. It is time, once again, for the Dudes in Blue. It's episode number 175. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm your host, Joe Amato, and alongside me, as always,
Antonino. What's up, dude?
not much. It's a Monday night. We've got not so much NYCFC stuff to talk about, but I'm sure we'll get into some things. But a lot to catch up on from the weekend with the first round of the playoffs going on. And my God, was it a first round? We'll definitely talk that. I think we're probably going to take a lot of phone calls tonight ahead of Wednesday night's match, NYCFC now against Toronto, which we now know who our opponent is because of that crazy game that we'll talk about too. That's pretty much it, man. What's going on with you tonight?
Not much. I'm just thinking about Wednesday night's game and how long it's going to take to get there and how much traffic we'll be in and how far away my seats are from the pitch, more than they usually are.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice the way the front office tries to do a like-for-like swap of your tickets, and you end up, 15 rows away from where you should be.
Yeah, that sounds right. Sounds about right.
This team's front office has completely crap the bed in every aspect of the phrase. I just can't see how I don't know how you can miss the mark on so many different things, especially when it comes down to something like this where it's bad enough we have to move and there's no games to be played in Yankee Stadium, and now this on top of it is just a crap salad.
Well, I'm sure we'll get into it, and I know we'll probably have some calls on it and we'll talk about it. Where Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Dudes in Blue. That's where you can get a hold of us. Let me do a quick roll call here because we got a few people checking in. And if you are watching on the Facebook live feed, start smashing that like button for us if you don't mind. We appreciate it. Jamal is checking in. David saying you're. Roger saying hello from work. You know what? You're doing the right thing, Roger. You're doing the right thing. Felix, as always, checking in. Christian's coming in hot. David's asking, where are we sitting? I'll be sitting on my couch because there's no way I'm going to drive 2.5 hours to get to Queens. Roger says, hashtag Seatgate 2019. And Uncle Dom is saying, I don't want to go to Queens. That's a great way to end the roll call with Uncle Dom there. Okay, so here's the question I want to pose to everybody tonight, and it just kind of hit me. Is Citi Field a real home field advantage for NYCFC? Is playing at Citi Field a real home field advantage for NYCFC? That's the question. And when we open up the phone lines, that's what I want to get from you before we jump into what you guys want to talk about, because after all, this is your show, folks. It's a big question, dude.
Yeah, I mean, in a sense of having more supporters of your team than the other team in that aspect, yeah, it's still a home field, but technically it's not really your home field. The pitch could be a little different. You're not really training there. I think the pitch is going to be the same size, which is always a plus for us, but at the same time, it's just people are a little out of their element. It throws off your game day rituals as far as traveling to the stadium and what time you get there and how you deal with traffic and whatnot.
Staff on site that you're used to seeing that you're not going to be able to see. It's just all of this kind of compounds into now what is a one-game playoff. For me, I understand a lot of people like the fact that we're playing at Citi Field. I don't. For that real reason is that it's, I personally think it's going to be a little bit of a disadvantage because, again, you're not playing in your home stadium. Yes, we play at a baseball stadium. Yes, we play at Yankee Stadium. Yes, it's a small pitch, but you played 17 games there this season, and you have a pretty damn good record there.
Yeah.
So I don't care if the pitch is the same size. Why is it that teams have a tough time playing on the road? Because it's not a stadium that they play in normally. Not necessarily just because of the fans or because of the atmosphere, but because, yes, travel is an issue, but it's away. It's not your home. So while, yes, we're still in the city, we're in Queens, you're going to have, like you said, more fans there than the other guys. It's for me, it's going to come to a little bit of a disadvantage. And I know a lot of the comments are coming and saying the fans are the home field advantage. I understand that, but
we don't
kick the ball for them.
Yeah, exactly, and we're not chauffeuring them to games. We're not, we're not clearing a path for them. They're not getting a police barricade, a motorcade,
And like you said,
games.
dude, a lot of these guys have game day rituals. Out the window.
Sure.
Whether you're superstitious or not, it doesn't matter. If it keeps their juju going, I want everything exactly the same. That's really what I want. I think we should open up the phone lines, dude, because I kind of want to talk about this a little bit because I feel like there's going to be some mixed emotions here.
Yeah.
646-535-7982. If you want to talk about whether or not NYCFC has a real home field advantage at Citi Field, it's gonna be tough. And look, Toronto winning the way that they did against DC United the other night, we'll obviously talk about that, but this is not something that you want to give in favor of another team, especially Toronto. And our first call is coming in. Who we got on the line? Yellow. Who's this?
Christian from Jersey, guys. How we doing?
Christian.
Funny.
What's happening,
Coming
dude?
in hot. I got in first again. I'm not slacking today. Good news.
You are first, as always. How are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing all right. I mean, I got done writing an article about like an hour ago, which I posted up. It's about exactly what we're talking about. And
So where do you stand? Where do you? I'll pose the question to you. Is playing at Citi Field in Queens a real home field advantage for NYCFC?
No, it is not. It is not. You're clear across the city in a stadium that isn't yours. Listen, you can dress it up as much as you want. You can make the dimensions the same. You can bring your banners. You can bring your cute little Etihad pitch at Citi Field moniker. You can bring your Heineken sideline ads. The fact is, it has different sight lines. It has different acoustics. It's in a different part of the city. It's not what you're accustomed to. It's different. Home field advantage means it's the same. You know what you're walking into. We played one game at the stadium before, and it wasn't even a good game. It was a 2-2 draw against Columbus Crew. And in a game which we needed to do more. I believe it was a loss. Thank God. Huh?
Was it a loss?
No, it was a 2-2 draw. It was a 2-2 draw against the Crew. We needed somebody else to win and to finish second. Thank God they did. We could have won the game at the end, but David Villa missed a penalty. Didn't miss one. Stefan saved it. If my memory serves correct. I could be wrong.
No, you are right. You are correct.
Correct.
It's
not
David Villa also had that ridiculous scissor shot that Stefan saved as well.
I'm sorry, what was that?
David Villa also had it was like a flying scissor kick that Stefan wound up saving as well. It was a ridiculous save.
Yeah, it was something like that. I mean,
yeah.
He's at Man City now for a reason,
So we don't have a winning record on this on this field.
No, we're 0-1 with a draw.
I say that a little bit tongue-in-cheek. Obviously, we've played one game there, so before you all start commenting, oh, Joe's an idiot.
I'm sarcastic, too.
All right, so you're kind of on board with me. I mean, look, what'd you think of the results on the weekend? Because, dude, that was bananas.
The Galaxy game didn't surprise me. I kind of expected that. The Toronto absolutely destroying DC in extra time kind of took me by surprise and kind of has me worried.
In the first half of extra time.
Yeah, first 15 minutes, 4 goals. They just didn't stop coming. 5-1. And I said today that 4-goal tally is a pretty haunting number if you're a New York City fan. And not to mention they destroyed us the last time we faced them in the playoffs. You can't forget about 2016.
5-0
aggregate. Yep.
5-0
So
at home.
I'm not feeling too great right now. This is the worst matchup we could have possibly had in the playoffs. This is the worst matchup.
But here's the good news. The good news is if we come out of this with a win, as I think that we will, I think this will be the hard one to beat.
Yes. This is the one. This is the one you have to win. I think everything after that, because you get Yankee Stadium back if you win this game. You get it back. And you want it back. And we've just ask Atlanta how much of an advantage, Yankee Stadium is. If you win this game, I honestly think that they're the favorites to win the MLS Cup, but you need to win this game. This is an MLS Cup right now. This is pretty much it. And in the past, we haven't shown to do well in games like this.
Well, here's the thing. And, dude, last year, Halloween, against the Philadelphia Union, first round of the playoffs, win or go home. We won.
We did. In front of like half of a crowd.
Because it was on freaking Halloween. I'm out trick-or-treating with my son. I can't be at the damn stadium.
Yeah. That was a big game, but let's take a step back and look realistically. Our track record in big games sucks.
Sure.
It does. It really does.
Over 2 legs.
Yes. This is fair.
Over 2 legs.
It's like Christian said. It's scary, especially when they put on the performance that they did at the weekend. So
without Josie Altidore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but it did take him a while to break down DC. I mean, it wasn't 1-1 going into extra time is not a tremendous scoreline, but what they were able to do inside of 15 minutes is what should scare you.
Yes, and also listen, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Sorry.
But here's the thing, and I tweeted this out, dude. I don't know if you read this, but I would have taken any team that plays 120 minutes that has to play us 4 days later on the road.
Fair point.
Yeah, that is a fair point.
Okay, you got tired legs. You just played extra time. Everybody was cramping up, and now you got to turn around and play 4 days later on the road. Not only in a stadium that, not only in a city that's not yours, but at a stadium that you've never played in. So the odds can be stacked in our favor if we look at it the right way.
They could, and I'm not going to pretend that like we aren't still the favorites going into this game. On paper, yes, 150%, we are the favorites. Every single bracket that has these two teams matched up together at Yankee Stadium has New York City going through.
Sure.
If you're filling it out objectively, but games aren't won on paper. That's the thing, and still at the end of the day, this is the most dangerous matchup that you could have gotten.
Every time you say this game's not played on paper, I want to just answer it's played on a baseball field because that's my favorite.
Yes,
that's my famous
correct.
line. My famous line that's only to me. On paper, we should beat this team, but the game's not played on paper. It's played on a baseball field. Well, look, let's hope they show up like Uncle Dom says on Facebook. I'm looking forward to it. Either way, next Monday is going to be a ridiculous show. So bring your A game next week, Christian.
I'll be there. I'll be here on Monday, and also I'll be at the game on Wednesday. Also, and I'm actually going to be early this time, and I'm not going to be taking the B towards. I'm not going to get stuck on the B on the way to the Bronx. So maybe we can link up really quick before I head in this time.
Absolutely, as long as I don't get derailed in traffic, which could possibly happen. So
hey, if we can make it work, we'll make it work. I promise.
All right, man. Christian, we'll catch you next week, man.
Absolutely, you already know it.
See ya. He's always first, man. He's got like fast fingers, man. He's like fast fingers.
He's like, just give him a segment. Let's be serious. Let's just give him a segment, and we don't start opening the phone lines until after he calls.
I know, seriously. 646-535-7982. I know some of you were trying to call in, so now's your chance. Oh, and of course, before I could even finish, honestly, dude, like before I could even finish saying that you should pick up the phone, somebody has to call in, and who is it?
Yeah.
Batting second.
Gentlemen, what's going on, man? Batting second.
Felix from the Bronx.
Felix from the Bronx.
So, Felix.
That's my Bob Shepard voice right there, real quick, for all the Yankee fans in the house.
That was pretty good.
All right, dude, listen.
I work on it, man. I work on my Bob Shepard, baby.
I I know what your answer is probably going to be because I know who you are by this point, right? We've had multiple conversations now over the last I don't know how many dozen, a couple dozen weeks.
I think we're at 14.
Okay, so all right, over a dozen
take.
weeks. Almost 4 months now. Jesus. Do we have real home field advantage at Citi Field?
What did I say last week, guys? What did I say last week? We are the stadium. We are the stadium. Where this team is at, that's where we're at. Where we're at, that's where the stadium is at. That's where the supporters are at. I mean, yeah. Listen, guys, I'm not gonna be in denial about the situation. I mean, hey, I got to schlep all the way out from the Bronx to Queens. I mean, not always the most enjoyable trip, especially when you hit 42nd. But listen, man, this is what we have to do for right now, man. This is the type of listen, we've had to win the dirty game. We're gonna have to win the dirty game in the dirty stadium. You feel me? So I really feel like no matter what the circumstances are, we're gonna come out on top. I mean, yeah, it's not exactly our home field, but we share a stadium with a baseball team. So how much more different is that? You understand what I mean? I think, and I get it, apples and oranges, players have their rituals, whatever. But listen, let's just throw everything out the window. That's it. I don't care what's happened before. Throw everything out the window. This is 2019. This ain't 2016.
I like it. I love his his positivity is just like, isn't it fantastic?
It's great. Like motivational speaker.
Yeah, listen. I mean, and I understand, and that's not. And like I said, I'm not going to be in denial about any little thing, dude. I mean, really, it does suck. We don't have Yankee Stadium. We don't have, the sight lines. We don't have, where the supporters usually sit. But I mean, we're going to make the best out of this situation. I think we're going to be louder right now because Queens cats are a bit louder too, But at the end of the day, we're gonna do what we do. If we're gonna go all the way to the cup, like our stated goal. These are the types of games we have to win. Absolutely, we have to win games in unfamiliar places. Step out that comfort zone. That's it. We're comfortable at Yankee Stadium. Hey, listen. Sometimes you got to step out that comfort zone to get to where you need to go. That's it.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Fair.
So here's what's crazy. I'm gonna show you guys this, and you're not gonna be able to see this if you're watching on the pod. But my wife got me this really nifty life hack calendar, like this, daily flip calendar. And dude, if you don't mind, buddy, would you read what that says?
Life hacks. Monday, October 21st. Want something you've never had? Do something you've never done.
Mm-hmm.
Felix.
That's pretty scary, actually.
Preach, dude.
Yeah.
Preach.
Yeah. Listen, man. I don't have a life hack calendar. This is how I live my life. That's it, man. That's all it is.
I gotta wait
right?
every morning to see what this thing tells me to know what I'm gonna do for that day.
Listen, every day's a gift, everybody. Let's remember that. Every day's a gift.
But this is true. If you want something you've never had, you got to do something you've never done, and that's win at Citi Field. That's literally it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Another baseball stadium we got to go play in. So what?
Yeah. I'm with you, man. I'm totally with you. Felix, before we jump, and I want to get to other calls here. What was the biggest matchup from the weekend that was either surprising or your favorite, or what was your biggest takeaway from the weekend?
Is there any question? Watching the Devils get eliminated, man. Go back to Jersey with that garbage.
and in the way that they did.
Do you know what that was yesterday? Listen. Yesterday, I'm here at home chilling, doing some laundry, right? Me and my wife is casually watching the game. I'm watching this thing. I'm sitting down. I'm like, oh man, Blake really crapped a bed in the first half. But I'm thinking to myself, you know something? This is the freaking Red Bulls, man. Come on.
They'll blow it.
You kidding me? This is the Red Bulls. They're gonna crap the bed even more. Guess what happened? They just like nothing. You know something? And it was so beautiful to watch because of the fact that, one, I hate the Red Bulls, and two, it just goes to show that no matter what, the Red Bulls will always find a way to sink to the lowest depth of hell ever. Okay? And it's so beautiful to watch all those people in Jersey just crying their little Jersey tears. Shout out to Third Rail, New Jersey, by the way. And just watching them loathe, and watching Red Bull Twitter yesterday was just a crap show. And I loved every second of it, man. But by the way, this new playoff format is really beautiful. It's a really beautiful thing, man. I mean, it's a lot of excitement. I mean, I didn't watch one boring match all weekend, so I really feel like this is the direction that MLS needs to stay in with when it comes to playoff time.
I'll tell you what. I will tell you. Speaking about boring matches, the one that I caught, one of them that I caught the entire game of was the Galaxy in Minnesota. And you want to talk about two really bad-looking teams?
Yeah.
Oh my God! They couldn't string four passes together to save their lives.
It was just it was very, very disorganized. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I mean, he misses a pass and looks at the other dude like it's his fault. I mean, listen, I don't really feel that the Galaxy are going to go very far. I mean, I honestly think next weekend we're going to see LAFC beat the heck out of them finally and just shake that monkey off their back, and really take it to the Galaxy. So I'm really expecting the Galaxy to really go down hard next week just because they look really, really bad against a really bad team.
That's awesome. I'm liking it. I love Felix's takes. You got anything else for Felix before we let him jump? I want to get to other calls.
Just keep on keeping on, my dude.
Felix, bring it. Yeah, bring it Wednesday night.
Listen, I already requested Thursday off. I'm losing my voice. Everybody better lose their voice. You hear me? 90 minutes live and strong. Come on, New York City boys. Y'all know what it is.
Felix, we love you, buddy. We'll see you later.
Take care, gentlemen. Have yourselves a great evening. Peace.
He's just the greatest.
Isn't he? Just absolutely terrific. Absolutely terrific. 646-535-7982. Yeah, it's just it's great. It's always great. Mark on Facebook says, quote unquote, Jersey Tears should be a new Dudes in Blue tumbler.
Jersey Tears. Our own water bottles.
It's not bad.
That's it. Like Poland Springs. Just it's filtered from the tears of Jersey Red Bull fans.
There you go. And with that, let's take another call here. And I want to get to a comment on Facebook from Tommy in a second, but right after this call, who are we talking to?
This is Roger.
Roger, what's up, buddy?
Not much. It's hard to follow up Felix's phone call, but we'll try.
You got to get in first. That's why Christian calls up first.
He's smart. Play the game. Good.
So Roger, are we really at home? Do we really have that home field advantage?
I'm gonna go with no.
Ooh,
nope.
Flat out no.
I don't think we are nearly as comfortable as we are at Yankee Stadium. I think, to be honest, my stomach is in knots over Wednesday. We have a huge game, and like Felix has said, you gotta play those hard games to really prove that you're the champion, and this is going to be possibly the biggest test for us.
I agree. I mean, and history, unfortunately, has a tendency to repeat itself when it comes to big games and playoffs. You hope that they can rewrite the history books. But again, we do have some things stacking against us. And again, I agree with Felix to a large extent. But facts are facts, right? It's not home. It's different. It's different staff. It's a different field, different sight lines, different travel, different everything. Different locker room. I mean, when you're not in your home locker room, we don't know what goes on behind those doors, right? So when it's not at home, it's not home. There is no place like home, regardless of whether it's in a baseball stadium or not.
And plus, at home, we have that swag, that New York swag. Do we really have that at Citi Field?
Well, I think it's hard to bring that anywhere we play. That's not Yankee Stadium. I mean, right, dude? Like it's yeah. We have a decent record on the road, but there's no place like home.
We've built the atmosphere there. It's.
We don't even want a stadium anymore. We just want Yankee Stadium.
Isn't it funny how we've gone from hating Yankee Stadium to right now? We'd all just we really want to play in Yankee Stadium right now.
And I will say this off the record, not officially. But people have been chirping in my inbox that we are never getting Yankee Stadium back for playoffs. It is Citi Field till the end, till the final cup.
See, that to me is stupidity.
If you look on the Yankee calendar, there is a football game on the day of the MLS Cup that's been there for
but they moved
they did move one, right?
They moved the football game for us once before, and I'm pretty sure the digital flyer they made for that says subject to change on the bottom of it. So I don't think they would be stupid enough to play a football game over a final soccer game of the team that you actually are part ownership of. To me, that would be asinine, and I don't think you can come back from that. To be honest with you, I would totally discredit the front office entirely, and I give up at that point because that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
This is our front office we're talking about. I would not be surprised, to be honest.
This is true. Very true. Good point. Touche.
You know, when you put it that way, Roger.
I'm sorry, but I got to be realistic here. I know Felix is super high and optimistic, but I am a realist, and I call it how it is.
Agreed.
Fair.
I understand. I understand.
You've got to be. It's almost like you really want to be somewhere in the middle. You go and you're as optimistic as possible, but you've always got that realistic portion in the back of your head saying that you've got to be, you've got to keep it grounded and understand what's going on. And finding that middle ground isn't always easy, especially when you're not playing at home. And I get it, for a lot of fans that come from Queens, it's a treat because you don't have to really go anywhere. But at what extent, if I don't want to say anything bad, but if we don't happen to win this game, what are the excuses going to be? Are we going to say it's the field? Are we going to say we didn't play here, we didn't play there? Well, you can't, as much as it may or may not be home field, you can't use it as an excuse. You've really just got to come out and play 110%.
We have everything to lose, and this is why I also did not want the number one seed.
Because it's ours to lose. I understand that. Again, it's our history, but I think, to somebody's comment here, we are a very different team than we were. This team has, look at how we finished. It's a different team. It's a different team. And if everybody's healthy and if everybody's firing the way that they should, Abear, Tati, Maxi, Mitri, if we're firing on all cylinders and we could really go all the way. And I believe Alexi Lawless actually picked us to win this, if I'm not mistaken. So
therein lies
the kiss of death.
Yeah. I agree. Everything has to line up right, and it can. It's shown that this season things have lined up, and we have the ammo to do it. Let's just hope something small-ish, like a different baseball field, is not going to be that kryptonite.
Let me ask you, Roger, before we let you jump. Do you think Galaxy are going to beat LAFC, or do you think LAFC is finally going to be able to edge out that win over their crosstown rivals that they have not been able to do since their existence?
I have actually picked Galaxy NYC at home final.
I like it.
That'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be amazing.
Yep. It's their kryptonite, the way we had Red Bull for quite a few games. That's their turn right now, and I'm excited because then we can be home. But I do have LA tickets purchased in case I do need to fly out.
Look at this.
Prepare. I love the preparation.
The things we do for our team.
That's 100%, my friend. 100%.
That's awesome. That's
With
awesome.
With that said, to not break tradition and to never be the jinx, thank you guys, and as always, dome out.
Roger, you're the man, dude.
Roger, when you hang up the phone on people, do you say that to them? They don't even know. They're not even soccer fans. You just be like, all right, well, talk to you later. Dumb out.
So, a real quick side note. At the awards, I was next to his chair, and I almost wrote # Dome out on his chair paperwork. But I figured that was a little bit too much.
Wow.
Amazing. It's all fun and games, as long as we win.
That's right, man. That's right. Let's bring it. Felix on Facebook just said # Roger out.
Felix loves me. He's one of my biggest fans.
Roger, that was fun, man. We'll talk to you next time, buddy.
Thank you, dudes.
See ya. Bye. # Dome out. That's great.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, he's still at work. He's actually getting paid to watch Dudes in Blue.
Yeah. Holy crap. I didn't even realize.
That's impressive.
Didn't even realize
We don't even get paid to be the Dudes in Blue. He's getting paid to watch the Dudes in Blue.
All right. I'm afraid to put this comment up.
Uh-oh.
I'm afraid to put this comment up. And we love Jamal. He says, dudes, even if we don't win the cup, we should not be upset with this season. We accomplished a lot this year. Well, that's true.
But we accomplished a lot every year.
Every year, we have gotten better and better and better, only to fall in the same exact spot that we're in right now. This is where it matters. This is where it matters. This is where true champions are made. You got to win 3 games. That's how you get the cup. Doesn't matter where you finish because none of that crap matters anymore.
Yeah, listen, it's only 3 games. 3 games. It's not like in the Stanley Cup where you got to win 16 games.
Dude, you want to know something? You want to know something? 23 teams have done it in the past.
3 games.
Three.
Listen, you've got to want it. You've really got to want it, and the worst thing that can happen is you come out and with a stinker and give up a quick goal and just take the air out of the stadium. They've got to come out and they've really got to like make heads roll. They got to be like Bash Brothers out there. They really got to kick some ass.
You've had the rest. You've had the rest.
There's no excuses. You have no excuses to lose to this team.
Nope.
You have 0 excuses.
Nope.
And you've literally beat everyone else you can play after this. So this is it. This is, for me, and you said it before, this is the championship. This is it right here. Because if you win this game, you have the confidence, and you know you have the ability to beat anyone else you have
everybody
to play
else in front of you
to get there. So you might as well. This is it. This is the big one. Don't look ahead. Don't think ahead. Just think about the first half, and then when you finish the first half, think about the second half and get it over with. Kick some ass, and then worry about what's next.
And then when you win this game, you forget about it and you take on the next one.
That's it.
That's
it.
totally
You gotta have a short memory, and you have to really just gotta put the screws to them.
This is an interesting question from Tommy on Facebook. Do you think that if we go to the final, we will be recognized by all of New York State and taken seriously by the quote-unquote primetime media, newspapers, radio, etc.?
No.
Definitely not.
No.
I love the question, and I love the thought behind it.
If they haven't been spoken about now, with how the Yankees just got bounced, how the Mets didn't make it, how the Knicks are pretty much useless because they didn't even start yet. There's not. This is it. This is the team that could bring the city a championship. And if you haven't spoken about it now, it's been spoken about very minimally, and it's always about the stadium issue and the fact that we have to play in Citi Field. But if you're not getting the recognition, you're not gonna. A championship is not gonna get it. It's just the outlets have no interest in doing anything soccer related. They don't have any interest in doing anything hockey related, for that matter. And hockey is much bigger in this country than soccer is. So I mean, if they can't get it, then what makes you think we are? I don't think so. I think it's going to be years before you end up getting. You'll get your dedicated soccer specific stuff first in terms of media, and then maybe it'll trickle in depending on players and winning and whatnot. But as of right now, winning a championship pretty much is going to do nothing for media coverage and things like that.
Yeah.
100%. Sadly, it really is sad. But again,
state of affairs in the country, though. I mean, you know,
there's so much else going on, especially in the city. Like, everywhere you turn, you can do something different, and you can spend your free time doing whatever the hell you want around here, which is great. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know how many new fans you're going to get by talking about it on the radio or, covering it in the news. I just don't think people consume things the same way they used to. I think getting people to games is pretty much number one way you're going to get them hooked, because that's just the way it is.
Getting them to games and then performing.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it's gotta. That's how it's got to start.
Yeah, that's a good
because
question.
Then you'll get history. People tend to follow history, and when you make a decision of what team you want to follow for whatever reason, usually you kind of look back at history and see, what went on, and if you want to be part of this history or part of that history, or if you're like a lot of us that wanted to be part of a new history and start something new, you go that route. But again, the performance is pretty much going to be key for getting people involved from now on.
Yeah. Dude, don't let me forget that before we wrap the show, we got to pick a dude of the week. It's a tough one. Yeah. I'm going to throw somebody's name in the ring, though. I'm going to throw Marco Fabian in the ring for knocking out the Red Bulls on a cross shot that wound up in the back of the net. And that's really all I can do.
That's it.
Anybody agree? Smash the like button if you think Marco Fabian should get dude of the week because he knocked out the Red Bulls.
It's always great. The vindictive dude of the week.
Look, we have to give it to somebody. So unless I don't hear any other names popping up.
No. That's fine. Put it in the books.
Felix is saying Jordan Morris put in the work. Yeah, but still, come on. But, they knocked out who did they knock out? Dallas?
And Dallas was put up a fight. They put up a hell of a fight.
That was a crazy game.
Yeah, listen.
That was a crazy game.
You can't say much bad about this format. Whether you like it or you don't like it, the games have been spectacular. They have been so much fun to watch, and I don't ever remember seeing my phone blow up as much as it did over these past 2 days because of all the scoring changes and the extra time and the disallowed goals and the scoring 4 goals before the first half of the friggin' extra time and team scoring last minute goals to tie it up and things. It was just it's so exciting, and it's hard to that's something the league would love to capture and have it happen throughout the season. It's probably too difficult to do that, but this format is definitely a step in the right direction, and I think it just produced some fantastic results, and I can't wait to see what happens next round.
Oh, it's glorious. It's just fantastic. It's just fantastic. I love it. Listen, if you don't want to call in, that's fine. But we're going to wrap up the show. 646-535-7982. I'm going to shut this off because we've got our awesome calls in for the night. We're just kind of wrapping it up. All I really got to say, dude, is we got to win this freaking game.
Yeah, I there's no question. I mean, obviously every game is a must-win, but with everything gone on, yes, with everything that's gone on and all that will be going on, you've really, really, really got to and I don't mean win. I mean, you got to really win. You got to open up the can of whoop ass.
Statement.
Yeah, you have to make a statement. You need to have another game like you did with Atlanta.
Against Atlanta. That's right.
That's pretty much. Now, I'm not asking for 3 goals in 30 minutes, but I'm asking for that.
I'll take it.
Listen, I'm not. We don't discount that at all.
Mitri, that's fine. Lalo, if you're still on the broadcast, whatever the hell you fed Matriza that week, feed him double that this week. Tommy's asking for match predictions. I can't do it.
No. We don't touch the money.
I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
We've officially stopped touching the money. That's it. We're done. No more. I had a hard enough time picking who the hell we wanted to play, a few weeks ago. So
it's tricky.
But for those of you that picked that you wanted to play Toronto,
there you go, you bastards.
You got what you wanted.
There you go.
Hopefully we can capitalize. But if we can, I mean, listen, it will be absolutely awesome just to be there and witness that and kind of get that monkey off of our backs and just propelled forward. I think a win Wednesday would just be huge for our momentum swings going forward. And if we can beat them, I think we really have a great chance of going all the way.
That's right. I agree. I 100% agree. Well, look, win or lose, but definitely win. We're going to be here Monday night for episode 176 to go over it all. Whether you guys are going to need therapy on one side or the other, we will be here for you. So let's I almost said let's bring home 3 points, but that crap doesn't matter anymore. Smash the like button for your boys in blue to bring home a win from Citi Field against Toronto to advance to the conference finals. Let's get it. This is it. This is the chance to put up or shut up, prove to everybody why we're first in the East and why we deserve this damn cup. And it starts on Wednesday night. Make a statement. Make them pay. And just and have a freaking blast doing it. For all of you going to the game, have a wonderful time. And I will see you all at Yankee Stadium the following week.
That's right.
Damn right. Dude, this was awesome. This has been episode 175. Give us a follow. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're at Dudes in Blue. Thanks to all of our callers. You guys are fantastic. Dude, here we go. Stay blue.
It's getting there.
See y'all later.